Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to... That is the wind moving things outside. Today I wanted to talk to you about medication that I take for my bipolar, psychosis and anxiety. So, what do I take? Seroquel, also known as quetiapine. Propranolol, which is a beta blocker. Diazepam, also known as Valium. And that is it. I take the medication because without it, I had no stability in my life. I was suffering a great deal and I wanted to have a decent quality of life. I came to a life and death situation, and that was when I made my decision to start medication. Going on to medication wasn't a quick fix for me. It wasn't something that I made a decision on overnight, and it wasn't something that I didn't take with great caution. Obviously, with anything that you take chemically, it's gonna have the pros and cons. It's gonna have side effects, and it's gonna have some sort of effect on your body. Just quickly want to talk about why I was prescribed what I was. The Seroquel I was prescribed mainly because I was having hallucinations, psychosis. I was hearing things, seeing things, and Seroquel is a antipsychotic medicine, so that was why I was prescribed that, to stop all the hallucinations, and also because they said that it would help with my mood. Propranolol is something that I was prescribed a bit later on down the line, probably a year later, and that was because I was having really badly severe migraines, and little did I know that when I started the propranolol that it would help with my anxiety as well. The diazepam I was prescribed a long time ago, before I took any of the other meds, and that was initially when I went on to antidepressants, and they said that it would make my anxiety worse to start with, and that's when I got prescribed diazepam, and to be honest, I've had diazepam ever since. So when I first went on or started the Seroquel, they gave me 25 milligrams, and I've heard that's what they start people off on. The first thing I noticed when taking it was that it made me extremely, and I mean extremely tired. It was basically, it is like a sedative, so I was really sedated on it. And I remember having a conversation with my mum where I told her that I didn't think that I could actually take this medicine because it was making me so sleepy and drowsy. I couldn't even keep my eyes open. So I had a little bit of a crisis where I was thinking, I'm not going to be able to take this because this is 25 milligrams. This is what they start people off on, and I can't even take this because it's making me extremely sleepy. So how the hell am I going to function properly? And so I got a little bit stressed over that and a little bit overly worried. But I persevered, and I'm glad I did. Over time, your body gets used to it. Your body will get used to anything, and my body got used to the 25 milligrams, and once it was getting used to it and I was starting to be less sedated, they would then up it. Now, I can't really remember the exact doses that I was taking because there was a period where I think I was on half of what I'm on now. And I was going through a really shitty time. We definitely went up 25 at a time, so it was 25, 50, and then another 25, and then obviously that was then like 2 lots of 50, so that was 100. I remember being on 100 and still almost not feeling a benefit from it. The only thing that I was feeling was just sleepiness and being tired all the time. And so when I was going through a really rough patch, my CPN, my nurse, she wrote to my doctor and they upped it quite quickly, because I was going through a time where I was self-harming, not in a way where I was cutting, but I was punching things, punching myself, especially in like the stomach area, punching my hand on the floor, just being really feeling really self-destructive and feeling suicidal as well. So my meds got upped quite quickly, only 25 at a time, but they got upped quite quickly. And now the current dose that I take is 300 milligrams. But all I know is that I'm really happy on it, apart from a few things which I will mention. Being on Seroquel has given me stability in my life. It has allowed me to do things that I didn't think I could ever do again. It allows me to kind of function normally and feel like a normal person that doesn't have a mental illness. For me, that is extremely important. And that gives me a huge confidence boost. I mean, if I wasn't on this medication, I would not be sat here now filming this video talking to you. So the medication has given me a lot, and it has made my life double the quality of what it was before. However, there is one thing, and I'm going to try not to get upset about it because it's still very raw at the moment, but there's one thing that I'm currently battling, and you are probably going to see a lot of this on my channel because I want to take you guys through it. And I'm probably going to do like little daily videos. Hopefully that is my plan anyway. They say that it doesn't put on weight, but it does. It doesn't put on weight like stuff that I've been on before, where it makes you, the medicine makes you kind of like, you're almost like full of extra water. Like I've had that where I'm kind of bloated in my arms and my chest and my face. But the way it makes you put on weight is by making your stomach feel like it's never full. So, for example, I will have a nice big meal, eat it, for about 10 minutes afterwards, I feel full, and then after that, I have hunger pains and my stomach feels starving. I feel starving and I feel like I haven't eaten for a whole day, and it's those horrible pains that make you feel sick, and I will feel the need then to eat again because I feel hungry. And that's the way it has put weight on me, and this is something that I've been very upset about, and it's a constant battle, because what do you do when you feel hungry to the point where you are absolutely starving and your stomach's hurting? You can't just not eat anything. I used to hardly eat anything. I remember going out for a meal and I'd only eat half of it, and I used to feel really embarrassed when the waiter would come and take it away because they think that something was wrong with it, and it wasn't. It was just that I couldn't eat it all. Now I will go out for a meal and I'll eat the whole lot, and I'll have dessert as well. So it has really stretched my stomach out, and if I'm really honest, I used to be a size 6 to 8 and I'm now a size 12 to 14 in clothes. So I have gone up like 2 to 3 dress sizes, and for me that's really upsetting, especially when I've been used to being so slim and now I can't fit into clothes, especially clothes I've had for a long time. Which means I've had to go out and buy new clothes that I can't really afford just so that I can wear something. And I know there's absolutely nothing wrong with being a size 12 to 14, but personally, for me, when I look in the mirror and I see cellulite on the back of my legs, and I see stretch marks on the inside of my thighs because the skin is stretched. It's really upsetting. So that for me is a big issue, weight gain, and I don't want to off-put anybody from going on to Seroquel if they feel that they need to go onto it. Basically, you just need to control your eating and how much you're having, so say have smaller portions and things like that. Or what I often hear is eat less and move more, and I totally agree with that. And I need to move more, and I need to get fitter, and I need to exercise, and that's the only thing that's going to get rid of the excess weight. Aside from the weight gain, I am actually really happy on this medication, and I wouldn't change it because I do experience great things since taking it, and it's given me a good quality of life. Getting the right medicine for you is extremely difficult, and it can take a long time, but once you get it, it's amazing. I also respect other people that don't want to take anything. That is, I think, people that don't take any medication, I find you an inspiration that you can manage it without, and I salute you because that is amazing. Unfortunately for me, I can't do it without medication. I may be able to one day in the future, but right now I can't. I can't see another way past it. So I have told you about the dose of the Seroquel that I take. With diazepam, I take 2 milligram tablets. Sometimes I take 2 of them, so that would equal to 4 milligrams. And I've found that over the years that now I need 4 milligrams, whereas before I used to take 2 milligrams to help me through things. But now the 2 doesn't really do anything, so I end up having to take 4. But I don't think that's a bad thing. I know people that are on a lot higher dose of diazepam, and I only very rarely take it, so I'm not going to be dependent upon it, so that kind of puts my mind at ease. Diazepam is just like my backup. It's like my safety net. It stops me from falling. Yeah. Propranolol, I take 80 milligrams in a day, and I take that 3 times a day. The reason being is that when I used to take it as one big dose, I was feeling faint and feeling dizzy, and that is because it lowers your blood pressure. So it was making me feel a little bit lightheaded, a little bit fainty, so I couldn't drive and things like that when I was taking it just on its own as one big dose. So now I take small doses throughout the day, 3 times a day, but little intervals between it, so that really works for me. A little bit of advice I want to give to anybody that are on Seroquel and that they are feeling extremely sleepy in the daytime. I was on quick release tablets, and this caused me to feel extremely sleepy in the daytime. When I was trying to function, I couldn't, and this was because I was on these quick release tablets. To start with, the doctors didn't really think anything of it, but it was really affecting me, and I was just basically sleeping all day, every day, and it was really frustrating. So when I spoke to my doctor about it, he was like, oh, I just thought, he was like, you're on quick release, and he said, so you're gonna, when it's at its highest peak, you're gonna be super tired and you're gonna be super sedated, and that's why you're not able to function. And he said, why don't we try you on the slow release, and if you take them all at night time, you'll be asleep when it's, you know, going on. So like when it's sort of, it's not going to a peak, but when I'm feeling really sedated, I will be asleep. And ever since I've been on the slow release tablets, I have been fantastic. I cannot get up in the mornings. Sometimes I don't get up till 10 o'clock because I'm really sedated, but I sleep well, I dream well because it makes you dream very good, and overall I am really, really happy on it. I really don't want to make this video too long. I feel like I've covered the majority of things talking about medication. If I feel that I haven't, I will simply do a follow-up video. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. Drop them down in the comments below. I would love to hear them. If you're on the same thing, message me. I'd love to know how you get on with your medication. It's all about supporting each other. That's what I want this channel to be, is supporting each other. Like I said, any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I will love to answer them, and I will see you in my next video. I hope this has been helpful in some way. Thank you so much for the support, and it just really means a lot to me. Thank you so much, and I will see you all very soon. Take care and goodbye.